Yes, so guys, so yesterday's video I got a comment saying that to make a game of dice, basically a dice game. So this video is all about making a dice game. So for that, first we would need to import a module, or we would require a module which is random. So basically, what random does is that it will choose any like any number of random numbers. Like for example, if you want any random number for from 10 to 100, so it like you won't give it; it will choose on its own any few random numbers, like how many you ask it, and then it's going to give it. Like for example, let's say uh, for I in in range of 5, x is equal to random dot randint. Like this is the syntax for it, and in brackets it will write from where to where, like starting number including it till the last number including the number. Like so we'll say 1 to 10, and then here we'll write print x. So yeah, so it gives random every time, it gives different numbers. The numbers might repeat as like it's small, only 1 to 10, but if you give it like in hundreds of thousands, it's there are very less chances for it to repeat. So this is all about random. So let's start. So for that, first we'll be requiring two variables as the two players. And I've actually found many games of dice. Like there's not only one, there are many. So in that, like the one which I have chosen to make on the video is that like there'll be two players and each one throws the dice once. It goes on for 10 times. So then you write your score down, and then like for this, like imagine this is a paper, and then player one is here, player one, and then here's player two. So each of them, like first this fellow throws the dice and like say 6, and then he gets 5. So like that you do 10 times. So each time you get, you write down the score, and finally you add up, total you add up. Then here you get 10 and here 8. So like if this is like whoever gets more wins. So right now P1 is the winner. Okay, so that's what you're going to program. So now let's see how to do it. So basically for two players, we'll be requiring two variables. So player one is x. If you don't want x, you can keep any other variable like p1, or like it's your wish, variable does not matter. So in dice there's 1 2 3 4 5 6, so we'll keep it from 1 to 6. Then for player 2, it's random dot randint. So we have got, these are like two variables for two players. So let's start. For I in range of 10, okay, like 10 times of play. Actually before this you need to print like we are making a table kind of thing. So what we like this just for display purpose, you can change the table if you don't like it. Like you can change the structure of the table. So now, yeah, so we'll write here player 1, and then right here player 2. Okay, so this is actually just for display, so it actually does not matter that much. For our first part for the table is done. We're just going to say like what the table, like starting, you write the player 1 and player 2 column. I'm telling this part. So this part you have just finished now. So and actually this should not come here, it should be here, because x and y have to keep on changing every single time. So now here we are going to write uh, print um, x. So first we'll need to print this thing, like what is it, these are actually the lines, like as it gets over you'll understand. So here we'll leave some space, then comma x comma some space again, then a line, then y. Actually, while this displaying, there can be some error of like here and there. It comes a bit right, comes a bit left. That's not an issue. So taking and here also it should be this. Yeah. We will take this in reference. Um, just for now, we'll keep it here. So this is going to just be a single digit. So one there, one. I think this should be a bit more here. Yeah. So this should be good enough. Yeah. So now this is going to happen for 10 times. Now we can remove this. We don't need this anymore. So now we need a counter which is going to add every time. Okay, because we can't simply keep on adding, right? Like we can't add 10 plus 6 plus 1 plus 2 plus 9. That's really irritating. So what we'll do is we'll keep two counters again for both the players. A is for player 1 and B is for player 2. Okay. Right now both are 0 because they're going to start from 0 points each. So here we'll write A is equal to A plus X. Why I'm writing this in the for loop is every time A's value should be increased as X value is changing every time, and B is equal to B plus Y. Okay. So after this is done, what we can do is our for loop is over. So we can write your print. Um, so we have to take this. No, first we have to write here total score. Mm, here a line. So taking this in reference. So taking this in reference, it should come somewhere here. Okay. So total score is done. Then print. Uh, um, so we don't need to write it again. We can just use the same. Oh. So actually, what like even if you see 10 times, even if one comes every time, even though it won't, but even if it comes, it's going to be 10. So which is a two-digit number. So it's going to move one space to right side. Same for B also. So it's actually good. If we just write like this is going to come 1 2 here because A and B are two-digit numbers. So what we will do is we will just cut okay two from each side. So now we'll just see program should work. Yeah, one last thing, the display. Oh. And this program, I hope there not only be the displaying issue. Yeah, as I told you. Oh, it has come good, but this we forgot to remove the reference. So now let's see. Okay, so this is a bit more that side. These things keep on happening because we can't predict what the last thing is going to be because it's just display, not the program. Yeah, so now what's the issue? Okay, both have come, both need to go one to the left. Okay, this will take this. Now I think it should work. I have to do one here also, and I think both should move to the other side, not this side. Yeah. So we'll push this there. Now, yeah, this also bit that side. Yeah, perfect. Now just this. One more. Now these scores. More bit this side. This is all just estimations. One, two, three. How should it work? Yes. Oh, one this side. Oh. Now, hopingly there is No display issue. Okay. Now, okay, this is fine now. So if you're feeling too congested for this total score, what you can just do is just print this here. So like it won't feel congested. Like it just looks so weird. So I'm just adding a line here. If you don't want it, like don't keep it just for display purpose, like more neat it looks. So because what we do while in the table, same thing we're going to follow here. So that's what should look a bit like that. Yes, perfect. Now only one thing is left, I have to display the winner. So displaying the winner is actually really easy. What we'll just do is if A is greater than B, then print player 1 is the winner. Uh, if we write else here and if it's a tie also, then it might show that player 2 is the winner. So we need to just rewrite this once, and then one final time we need to write if A is equal to B, we need to write so we'll just put this. Now let's see whether our program works properly. Yes, player 2 is the winner. Let's try once more whether it changes. Oh, player 2 is only winner. Oh yes, it showed us also. So guys, we have finished with today's video. If you have any more programs, please do write in the comment box. Thank you for watching the video. If you like it, please do subscribe and like the video. Thank you.